When Common Core came to Alabama, it never really made a splash. Just ask Tracy Kirby.
I don't like it.
She's playing with her 2-year-old great-nephew, Braxton. Kirby has a daughter in high school. A common complaint about Common Core, some say it discourages parental involvement. Because of the new teaching techniques, sometimes just trying to help with math homework just doesn't add up.
It's very hard for us as parents to help our children, and they want our help, you know. And when you tell them you can't do it, you have to ask your teachers. They're like very lost.
When I'm talking about something specific, I try to be able to back it up. Common Core, depending on who you talk to, could mean many things.
Retired educator Mike Parsons heads up a group fighting Common Core called Save Alabama's Values and Education.
And we try to, the best we can, expose some of these concerns.
Parsons told Wade 31 a decade ago Alabama schools were performing better than they are now. According to Education Week magazine, Alabama was 25th overall in national education standing.
But in 2010, we started to transform our educational system in Alabama as we adopted the standards.
By 2016, on the National Assessment of Educational Progress, the state's 8th grade math scores ranked 51st, behind Washington, D.C. and Defense Department schools.
What I would think people would want is Alabama improving their educational standards and the education the students are getting, and that is not happening.
Alabama adopted the standards of Common Core, but critics argue the State Department of Education gave it a different name to avoid political backlash.
And this is, to me, misleading at best. A lot of your educators will tell you, well, we don't have Common Core, we have Alabama College and Career Ready standards. We're still using 100% of the Common Core standards.
Centralized control is what makes it rotten to the core, according to Parsons. Supporters argue the one-size-fits-all system standardizes school districts across the U.S. But Parsons insists losing local control isn't worth it. He says the lack of local focus is what's dragging down our schools' performance. And Parsons worries national standards are molding our Alabama students, locking them in on specific jobs as early as 8th grade.
We're starting to transfer a tremendous amount of influence to the state and federal governments to decide the career path on our children.
Another problem for Parsons, privacy. A key component of Common Core is collecting huge amounts of data on students. Parents don't get the chance to opt in or out.
The data that's being collected for my kids is not going away, and a lot of parents really can't envision how this data is being used.
Mike Parsons believes Common Core simply doesn't work and takes too much control from local schools and parents.
It's a socialist template anywhere you go. It's almost like education is starting to take over a big piece of parenting.
Go back to what worked before. It wasn't broken. Don't fix it.
Tracy Kirby would like to see Alabama get rid of Common Core.
I like the old school method.
Greg Pivett, Way 31 News.